it's been a few months since you have been to see me. How have you been?
Okay.
I understand that today was a big day for you. You took the SAT test. How did that go?
Tired.
Tiring. How many hours was it?
Too many.
What's too many? Give it a guess.
4 hours. I don't know.
What time did you start?
Early.
What's early?
8, 7 o'clock in the morning.
8 or 7?
Yeah, somewhere from there.
Oh, okay. 8 or 7. So, if you had to pick either 8 or 7, what time did you start the test? I understand that you're really tired even now, but you remember what time you started. What time did you get to school?
7 something.
7 something? And the test started at what time?
7:45.
Okay. What parts of the SAT did you do?
All of them.
Tell me, what are they? What sections?
The math and English section. What the essay.
In the essay? So there were 3 sections on the test? So from about 8 o'clock, and then what time did it end?
5 sections on the test.
5 sections? Math? Okay, what I heard.
2 for each part.
Oh, okay. 2 for each part. So 2 math. Then there was 2 English. And then the writing part. Okay. And so that took about 5 hours, you think, today? So you were just a little spent. How do you think you did?
Okay.
How do you know if you did okay?
Score is coming.
Oh, okay. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, where do you think your range fell? Guess. Take a guess.
10.
Okay. Well, in terms of just how you felt about how you performed.
Felt pretty good about it.
Good. So where on the scale do you think you would place?
On the good bar.
The good bar. Okay. 10 is the highest. So from there, what number would you just guess?
I'm giving you qualitative data. That's all I can give you.
Which is what? What's qualitative data?
Just words.
Just words. Oh, okay. But can you give me a number, just a guess, so that when we talk again?
Qualitative data, not quantitative.
Okay, so in qualitative data, I hear you saying that you felt pretty good about it. I think you did well.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, congratulations on getting that step behind you. Well, the reason for your visit today is your physics teacher wanted you to come and to talk to me. She is a little concerned about your grades in her class and thought that you could benefit by counseling. The goal is preparing you to move on toward college. Next year is your senior year. How did your 11th grade year go for you? You don't know?
So whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever. What do you think about college?
No.
You don't know? Do you think you'd like to go?
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of what it is you would like to study?
No. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay. So what are your choices? Have you come up with any options?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's start with physics. You like physics. Physics. What does physics really mean? What does it mean to you? Physics.
The way stuff works around us.
So it's the way the stuff works around us. What kind of stuff?
Like just life, movement, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. You like physics. What I understand, the good news was that the test that you took and you got a 93 on it? Is that what I saw? What class was that in? You got a 93 on a test.
So my math class.
Your math class, your calculus class. How did you accomplish that? That was the highest grade that I saw on your records for any of your classes, and it just stood out, and I thought, wow. So what did you do different to perform that well on that test?
I just find it funny that it was on a record of any kind.
Okay, why is that?
Because we've taken a bunch of other tests.
You took a bunch of other tests, and did you score higher than a 93?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, just the highest score that I saw. So that was on calculus. So what did you do different for that test? Because this was just in the last week that I saw your score. What did you do different that caused you to get that high score?
Nothing.
Nothing. You just automatically got a high score. So you're just smart like that. Yeah. Well, congratulations, Jerome. Didn't you feel happy about that? How did that make you feel when you got that test back? What does that mean? Explain it. Put words to those motions, those gestures.
I don't know. Just like, yeah, I did go on the test.
Yes. And did you feel good about how you did on that test?
I guess.
You guess. Would you like to do it again?
Yeah.
If you could wake up in the morning, go to school, and you got 100% on all your tests, a miracle happened while you were sleeping, you got all A's that day, what would be different for you?
I would just take tests for every class period I'm in.
For whatever day that is. Let's say you have 3 classes.
Oh, I have 4.
Okay, on a day. 4 on a day, and you got back results that you got an A on every test, 100%. What would be different for you? Would it be the way that, would your self-esteem increase? Would you feel like you've achieved something major? What would be different for you if that miracle took place and you got 100% on all 4 tests for a class on one day? You don't know? Okay. What is it about physics, though? Why do you think the teacher wants you to come and talk to the counselor about your grades? She's concerned about your grades. Why do you think she's concerned?
My grades.
In her class. We're talking about physics now, since that's the reason.
My grades in her class.
Yes.
Isn't that why I'm here?
Yes, but that is about your grades. Now, what about your grades in physics? What are your grades like in physics?
Could be better.
Where are they at now?
Just like,
What was your last grade in the class, the last reporting period?
I can't remember.
Don't remember? Okay. Now, going back to that sliding scale 1 to 10, how well do you think you're doing in the physics class?
Like a 7.
A 7? Well, a 7 is not that bad. What would you need to do to bump it up to an 8? You don't know? How is your homework going in that class?
We haven't had homework for the past 5 weeks.
So what do you do in physics?
Just make stuff.
You make stuff? What's the last thing that you can remember making in physics? A boat?
Bow.
Bow.
B-O-W.
Bow. Can you speak up just a little bit? A bow. What did you do with the bow?
Shot
What was that exercise on?
Making a toy.
Making a toy? Okay, so you made a bow, you shot it at
Target.
a target. Where, now was this an outside activity?
Not necessarily.
Where did you shoot the bow? Where were you at location-wise?
Inside the building.
Oh, you were in the building. Were you in the classroom? So in the classroom. So all the students in the class were involved in that activity?
No, they were watching.
They were watching. So who was shooting the bows? You did, and who else?
Just people who wanted to shoot it.
Oh, okay. So you don't do homework, but that was considered classwork, right? What did you get? What grade did you get on that activity? Got an A? Congratulations on that. So it looks like you're boosting up. So this is that A. Are you considering that in the 7 that you gave yourself on the scale? No? So that A would boost it up even higher than a 7, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
What grade, what is your goal for that class? What would prevent you from getting a goal of whatever it is in that class? Let's say your goal is to get what? An A. Let's just throw that out there. What would prevent you from getting that A?
Not having any more work.
Not having any more work? So in other words, you need more work so that you can have graded assignments toward a higher grade in the class. Okay. So you don't know what grade you're getting, but you have given yourself on the scale about a 7. So it's just 3 points more that you would need for your goal to be reached. It sounds like the obstacles are not having more work. So what would be a solution? How could you improve your grade?
By having more work to do.
Okay. So you're saying that there's nothing that you can do to improve your grade because you don't have more work?
Sorry.
Could you talk to the teacher about that?
She's through giving us work to do.
She's through giving you work? So the grade that you have now, which you don't know what it is the grade you're going to end up with?
I didn't say I didn't know what I had, but
What do you have?
C.
You have a C? So is that going to be your final grade?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's because of where you are. We are in the school year, ending in the school year. Okay, for next year, in your senior year, what classes will you have?
Same ones I have this.
Same ones? Same teachers?
I guess.
You guess? Okay, what is that you're doing there?
Health.
Health. Okay. Well, let's see what we could come up with. What do you want to be different? What do you want to be different from where you are now concerning physics, since that's the reason you're here today? What would you like to be different? Looking forward. I didn't hear you.
I don't know my age.
Your age? What age would you like to be?
I don't know. A bit older.
I'm sorry?
A bit older.
A bit older? You think that would help?
Probably.
How would that help? What would be the benefit of being older?
I don't know. You just kind of.
You think you'll be more mature, maybe? You guess? Being older, what other advantages do you sense? You think you would do better in terms of your grades, the goal for your grades?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. So what is it that you like about school? You don't know. What do you think you like about school? Your attendance is good. You're at school.
Letters I have to true.
You weren't able to resolve that? You had excused reasons for that though.
Yeah, I got that resolved.
Okay, so you're saying because of that though, that your attendance is not good? That was 3 days out of the entire school year. Those were excused absences. Right? So that's not being held against you. So the goal is to get you in a position so that you are prepared to go to college at the end of next year. You've already said you have the same classes. Tell me, what are those classes? How many are there first? How many? 9 classes. That's a full load. What are those 9 classes? English. Okay, speak louder.
English, history, physics, service.
Okay. What else? That's not 8 yet, or 9. What are you doing for your physical ed class? Don't have one? Okay. Is that going to be true for next year? It's going to be true for next year? Okay. Well, we only have a few minutes left in our session. And we're going to be meeting. We have a few more meetings that we'll have. And would like to see you set some goals, move toward a task of having a goal, set something that you would like to accomplish this school year. What do you think you would like to do for a goal concerning physics? Next year you're having the same classes. What could you do different that would put you on track and keep you on track?
Do better on tests and the work that she does give me.
Okay. The tests that she gives you, what is it? What are they based on? The classwork that you're doing then, since you haven't had homework? AP tests? Doing better on that? What do you need to do better? What would keep you from doing better on that test? What do you think?
No.
What does Jerome have to do? Does he have to do more practice tests? Does he have to do more classwork? What do you have to do?
Maybe I have to do more classwork.
More classwork? So are you doing classwork when you're in class now?
Yeah.
So how could you do more classwork?
More like tests and quizzes and stuff.
Oh, you can? You have that option to do more?
Practice more.
Do more practice. Now, do you have material that you can practice with?
I guess.
Where does it come from, the instructor?
The book.
Oh, in the book. And will the teacher work with you on that to maybe even grade some of them to see how well you do on them? Should you do that?
No.
You don't know? Well, let's do this. What can you do to find out so that at our next session that you will have an idea of how you can set a goal? What can you find out about the practice tests for next time as a task or a goal for yourself for today?
Talk to her about it.
Okay. So you're going to talk to the teacher. What are you going to talk to the teacher about?
Practice tests that I could possibly take.
From the book. And you already have the book, right? So next time when we meet, we're going to follow up and see what the conversation was like on those practice tests so that we can get you on track for your senior year. Okay. Anything else you want to share with me? No? Well, thank you for coming. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay.